Hey, how's it going today? This is Tim, bringing you guys the channel Daily Deals with Tim. And today we're going to be looking at a professional microphone that is very in the good price range for everyone. And if you guys want to check it out, join me along. So today we're going to be looking at Blue Microphone's Yeti USB microphone and the Blue Yeti Pro USB condenser microphone. So these two microphones are by the same company, Blue Yeti, or the Blue company, and they make some awesome products. They make microphones, headphones, different accessories, and a lot of other stuff. But I think this microphone is what they're known by the most, because this is by far one of the most popular condenser mics used by YouTubers, Twitch, and bloggers, and podcasts. There's so many people who use this, ranging from people who just started to people who've been doing this for years. So, as you can see by the number of reviews here, there's 5,506 customer reviews, over 1,000 plus answered questions. So, and the 4.5 stars, and look at that. You could already tell that this is a pretty good product. And if you just see by the design, it's a pretty cool design. It's standing upright by the mic stand, and if you compare it to a laptop or MacBook, it's pretty big. So let's get into the gritty nitty of these microphones. So Blue calls it the ultimate professional USB microphone, and I agree that it is a professional microphone because it sounds really nice, gives it a good output, and there's a couple of settings that are really nice to be able to adjust. So it has a tri-capsule array, 3 condenser capsules, can record almost any situations. So condenser microphones are usually more expensive than dynamic microphones because they catch more detail and are more, I think the internal design is a little more complex. And this is one thing good about this microphone is that it's not going to be catching a lot of extra noises if you have the right setting on. So if you look at the multiple pattern selection, there's 4 patterns you can go from: cardioid, bidirectional, omnidirectional, and stereo. So cardioid is the setting that most people use, including myself. And cardioid, basically, it's a heart shape where it focuses on the front of where you're speaking, and towards the back and the side, it's a little less. Bidirectional is front and back. It's usually mostly used for podcasts where there's 2 people talking to each other. Omnidirectional is all around, probably used the least, but it's used probably for recording instruments, maybe if there's or a lot of people talking together in a group, that might be useful. And stereo, it emulates left and right experience when you're hearing sound, so that's that. And it also has gain control, mute button, and 0 latency headphone output. So gain control is nice because you could control it so that you don't, when you're speaking quietly, you could bring it up, and if you're speaking too loud, you could bring it down. And mute button is useful, and 0 latency headphone output. So what that is sometimes if you plug your earphones into the microphone, there's a slight delay, or there can be, but for this microphone there's 0 delay, 0 latency, so it's really nice. It says it's perfect for vocals, musical instruments, podcasting, voiceovers, interviews, field recordings, and conference calls, which is pretty much what I said. And it's a really good all-around microphone. And the one thing that I really love about it is that it's a plug and play. So what it is you get the microphone, you plug the cord to it, you plug it to the computer, and voila, it starts working. So there's really not a lot of setup to do, because for mic and for musical instrument setups, you need the audio interface, you need the microphone, you need an XLR cable, and you need a lot of equipments to make it work. But for this microphone, you just need the microphone, computer, and a cable, and it works. So one thing I really like about this. Also, it has a unique positional design. This mic stand is really nice because you're able to control it, swing it up and down. But you could also take this to another mic stand and have that have more adjustable mic stand other than this one. So you have a couple of options. And now for the Blue Yeti Pro microphone. So this thing, other than the color, which is a little different, I think the black here might be a little better material than the silver, just the silver metal here. But overall, it looks pretty similar. As you can see, you can use a different mic stand if you want, because there's a little there's a hole there that you could plug into other mic stands. And one thing that is really different for the Blue Yeti Pro microphone is that it has an XLR port. So if you are more of a professional musician or professional podcaster, if you want the high quality sounds, you can use this mic, connect it to an XLR, and connect that to an audio interface, and that would give you a better sound in general. And also, this one has a better frequency response and just better sound in general. So compared to, it has a 15 Hz to 22 kHz frequency response, and for the Blue Yeti, I think it's from 20 Hz to 20 kHz. Yeah, so it has a little bit more range, and this one has 192 kilohertz, 24 bits of sample to word, and for the Blue Yeti regular one, it just has 48 kilohertz with 16-bit rate. So all the detailed stuff is not really too important, but basically it comes down to that the Blue Yeti Pro mic has better sound quality than the regular one, and if you need to use an XLR cable to connect it to an audio interface, this might be the mic for you. Yeah, so basically, if you need a USB mic, so let's say if you want to start YouTube and you need a mic to start with, if you want to start streaming in Twitch, or if you want to start up a podcast or an interview session, then I would highly recommend you guys the Blue Yeti USB microphone. But if you have a little more money to spare, if you want a more professional, I mean this is pretty professional, but if you want better sound quality in general, then you would want to go for the Blue Yeti Pro. And this also has the XLR connections or XLR ports, and just a better frequency response in general and better sound. Yeah, so that's gonna be it. I'll leave the links below for these two, so that if you guys want to support the channel, you could buy through the links. And as always, I'll bring you guys with more deals later. And